welcome to these wonderful Wednesday announcements. It is Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. Welcome back. We appreciate you being here on Time Ready to Learn. Hopefully you are eating that breakfast, possibly while listening to these announcements, unless, of course, you are watching these announcements a little bit later in the day. As you know, we like to welcome our guest teachers. Welcome to Mr. Lance. We appreciate you being here for a third day in a row, and thank you for supporting us and making sure our students are still learning while their teachers can't be here. All right, you guys know that we have sponsors, and we got a new sponsor. This one's a cartoonish sponsor, and I want you to think about, and I think most people are gonna know who this main character is. He's been on a TV show for, I think, close to 27 or 30 years or something. But what I want you to do is obviously be entertained. But secondly, I want you to think about, how does this go along with a message for safety at our school? So that's my challenge to you. You ready? Want to see the commercial? All right, let's check it out. Think again about how it relates to safety at school. Take it away, our new sponsor.
Hey, Bart, want to trade lunches? No way, dude. I got each of the 4 food groups. Sandwich group, cow group, jungle group, Butterfinger group.
Hey, there's no Butterfinger group.
Au contraire, mon frere. The Butterfinger group provides the crunchy peanut butter and chocolatey taste essential for survival.
I don't have the Butterfinger group.
Looks like you could die of malnutrition, dude.
Peanut buttery Butterfinger.
It's neato.
And it's neato.
That's our good friend Bart Simpson saying, don't lay a finger on his Butterfinger. What do you think that has to do with safety at school? You got some ideas? Well, if you don't, I'm going to talk to you about sharing of food. We have talked about not sharing food for as long as I've been around school. And there's 2 reasons for that. One reason prior to the pandemic is that we don't know what people are allergic to. We don't know what kind of reactions people are going to have. And so we just want to make sure that we have our own food. Now that we've lived through a pandemic and seen how germs pass and how easily things can do that, if we're sharing food and we're putting our fingers on something, let's say some Takis. This happened to be a popular one. People bring a big bag, they have a handful, their friend says, can I have some? And they say, you bet. Now, you may do that at home, and that's totally fine. I'm not against that. But at school, we really do have to think back to, you know what? We don't share food. How many reasons were there? Everyone say 2 reasons. That's right, 2 reasons. One is we don't know what people may or may be allergic to. Secondly, we don't want to pass germs, and sharing food is a really easy way to do that. So I need you to think about sharing is not caring when it comes to food. And when you see this happening, that's not something that you need to run up to me and tell. You don't need to say, Mr. Lamp, they're sharing food. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but we do want to be respectful of that barrier or of that expectation that we put in place. If you see that happening, you may remind your friends, say, hey, remember, we're not supposed to do that. If a teacher or an adult sees it, they'll address it. But this isn't something that you need to raise your hand from across the cafeteria and have me come over and say, they're sharing food. We'll keep an eye on things. And if you want to remind your friends that that's not something that we should do, that's fine. But adults, if we see it, we'll address it for the 2 reasons that I mentioned. All right, so nobody will better lay a finger on my Butterfinger or yours, right? All right, thanks, Bart, for that little PSA. You know that we like to celebrate, and I have 3 different celebrations. I am going to share my screen because I've been pulling up pictures in the background, but that's been getting a little bit clunky, to be honest. So I'm going to pull up the slide here and share this show with you, because I think yesterday you realized we were highlighting something pretty special that was taking place, and that is we have 3 of our staff members who earned their masters in education yesterday. I think I explained it to you yesterday, but it's probably worth explaining again. You start school, some of you started in preschool, but technically most of us start in kindergarten and we go through 12th grade. At that point, you make some decisions. You can go on to junior college, you can go on to a four-year college, or you can go into the workforce. And all three are beautiful paths for different reasons. But those who do choose to go into college do open up their door for different careers. To be a teacher, you do have to go to a four-year college. And so my friends on the screen, Miss Mozzie, Miss Yorio, and Miss Farella all went to college, we'll say a few years ago. How about that? After going to college, then people have a decision whether they want to continue their education, and they can get a master's degree. Typically, a master's degree takes 2 years. It's a lot of work, and our friends on the screen did that. They got their master's in administration, educational administration yesterday. So maybe we'll at some point in their careers call them Principal Varela, Principal Yorio, and Principal Mozzie. Who knows? That doesn't mean they're taking my job tomorrow, okay? Although they do a great job of it. It does mean that when they're ready and they want to go into a role like Mr. Bees or myself, they will have the certification to do so. So huge congratulations. That's a massive accomplishment. And who knows, maybe they'll go on to get their doctorate degree, because there's another degree you can get after your master's, and that is your doctorate degree. That's about a 4-year program. So we'll see if there's any continuing ed taking place after this. But again, congratulations to these amazing ladies. Secondly, I'd like to celebrate some kids. I had some third graders yesterday. You see them on the screen. They didn't say, Earth Day's over, we're gonna not pay attention anymore. They said, hey, Mr. Lamp, can we get a bucket? Can we pick up trash? They did a great job. I saw them moseying around the playground, going into the sand area, all those different places that maybe we don't see up close to the building. So thank you for keeping our school beautiful. We appreciate that. And you know what? It just makes Millennium a better place. The last one, and I don't have a picture to share with this one, but as you know, or may not remember, yesterday was Tuesday, and on Tuesday, we have Twisted Tuesday trivia. So we have to announce some winners. I don't have pictures of the classes, but I'm going to describe them to you now. See if you can figure out who it is. You ready? All right, so the first winner is a teacher, and she has a class full of students. That could be any of you. I'm looking at these students. They look pretty young. I'm going to be honest. They're some of our youngest kiddos. And their teacher, it looks like she has 2 daughters who go to school here. I think she's from the East Coast, maybe Maine or something. And her name is Mrs. Sullivan. Congratulations to Mrs. Sullivan's class. You guys win an extra 10 minutes of recess. Ms. Sullivan, reach out to Mr. B and myself. We'll get that set up for you. So your kids get extra recess, you get extra lunchtime. Woohoo! We call that win-win. All right, we got one more winner. So let me look deep into the lens here again. Let's see if I don't have magic glasses. So I got to get a little bit closer. Oh, make sure my nose is clean. All right, so I looked in there. I see some older kids this time. Oh, I think I just heard some cheers. So these older kids, they have a teacher, and this teacher, let me think about this. She was a former Kyrene student. So when she was a kid, she went through Kyrene schools. I actually worked with her mother-in-law. I was her mother-in-law's supervisor. That makes me old. And her husband was one of my former students, and he is a baseball coach at Mountain Point. I think you might know who I'm talking about. That's right, it's Mrs. Pincus's class. So congratulations to Miss Pincus, Miss Sullivan. Again, reach out and we will get you that 10 extra minutes of recess. That's all our announcements. Some great celebrations, a good reminder about keeping our food and ourselves safe by not sharing. And we're going to go ahead and turn on over to some friends. Thank you so much for being here. As always, soar high, Falcons, and take it away, someone, so that we can do the pledge. Here we go.
Good morning, Falcons. It's Mr. B with your Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead and please stand up. Take your right hand, place it over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, please remain standing for a moment of silence. Great job. Now we're going to turn it over to Flash for our Millennial Pledge.
My name's Grayson. Hi, my name's Tegan. And this is class. Let's get started on the millennial pledge. I pledge to be a millennial falcon. Watch me soar. Safe, organized, accountable, and respectful are my main four. Have a great day, millennial! Bye, millennial!
Well, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all!
That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?